What's up, everybody? You know, we get down over on this channel. We talk about the new methods. We talk about the new scams. We talk about the new bank scams methods. We talk about the dark world, the dark web. We talk about everything and anything that's going on in today's life that's helping a lot of people get money. And it's also helping a lot of people get a lot of jail time. And it's a lot of people that's been watching social media for a very long time, for the past 6, 7 years, that's been seeing a lot of people talk about scams, fraud, flashing hundreds and hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars on social media talking about these type of things. And a lot of people know me from a lot of different things as far as you can't raise that up there. And a lot of people know me from a lot of different things and they know where I stem from. So today's video we'll be talking about a credit card method. And a lot of people don't understand that credit card methods, a lot of methods stem from technology. A lot of people don't understand how technology works. Without technology, there will be no such thing as a method. These ways that are put out there in the universe to get some money were created by man. Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal, all these different money transfer applications were created by man. So man was the one who created the procedure to be able to send, receive, and store money on platforms. Man created the procedure to be able to have debit cards virtually stored on these same platforms. Now, a lot of people still to this day doesn't quite understand how technology works. Due to technology, we now have what you call virtual cards. Cards that you can link onto your phones and no longer have to have a physical card. And when it comes to virtual cards, there is information that has to be there's information on these cards that's allowing this to happen due to the evolution of the world and the evolution of basically the evolution of the world, right? So everything evolves. Methods, the dark web, sites, everything evolves and grows in this world. So due to the evolution and the growth of the dark world, of the government in these places making it easier for people to be able to do things, it's making it easier for the scammers, the fraudsters, and the hackers to do the exact same things, right? So let me break it down to you guys. When it comes to credit card fraud, we now have something called NV chips on these cards. There are now NV chips on cards that stores all the information that this card possesses, all the information what bank is connected to, how much is in the account, etc., as well as the magnetic strip on the back of the card. Due to that chip being now on cards, debit cards, credit cards, it's now allowing debit and credit cards to be able to be basically compromised due to the signals and waves. Back in the day, you couldn't use a hacker device to be 500 feet away to be able to read somebody's debit or credit card. It was impossible. Cars didn't have EMV chips. They didn't have certain things that they have today that's allowing these things to happen, because you got to think everything is being, in today's world, everything is being transmitted through signals. When you tap to pay, when you send and receive Cash App, Venmo, Zelle payments, everything is now being transmitted through signals, waves, databases, HTTPs, etc., tokens, etc., etc. Everything is technology based. And since everything is technology based, a lot of people don't understand that there is something called the matrix. And the matrix is this one big database, this one big world, this one big network that everything is stored in. When we go save information on our computer, when we go send emails, when we go send and receive cash up or money transfers, when we go do anything that's dealing with the networks, it's being stored in this matrix, in this world. And that's everything that's going on in the world. It's one big matrix that's being stored. All of our information is stored in this matrix because we give our information on a daily basis. We make payments on a daily basis. We pay bills on a daily basis. So due to the world evolving, due to the world changing, and due to the government making things easier for people to be able to live life and take care of business, they made it easier for the scammers, the fraudsters, and the hackers to be able to do the exact same thing. So now we have what you call Chat GPT, AI, artificial intelligence, that's taken off in the world. That's basically showing people or doing the things that normal human beings would normally do is now being done by AI, by technology, right? Robots, right? That's created by man. People are not understanding this. What AI didn't, robots didn't just pop up in the world. Man created it. So they created the software for that robot. Like they're the ones who made this robot act like this or do this and do that, right? It comes in with coding, programming. All of these things matter. And a lot of people don't understand how these things matter because knowing this information helps scammers, fraudsters, and hackers do a lot of different things in the tech world that a lot of normal people would never know about. So due to it is now Chat GPT sites, right? And with these Chat GPT sites, you can go on Chat GPT. Everybody's using Chat GPT now to make the YouTube thumbnails, make mixtape covers, make movie scripts, all different type of things. Get information. Chat GPT is the go-to to get it. And due to Chat GPT being a man-made program, it has a source to it, a source code. And this source code is basically the breakdown and commands of how this application or this site was created. Now, we all know about jailbreaks. We all know about jailbreaking software. Jailbreak software has been going on for a very long time. I had phones jailbroken decades ago. And basically what it is basically your phone bypassing certain security databases that's allowing APKs and APIs to be able to access certain applications that you wouldn't be able to access on the regular app stores and have your phone do different things in certain applications like that. That's basically what it is. But due to it all being the same thing, technology, coded, sourced, program, you can get the source code for ChatGPT. And what people have done was they said, oh, okay, since this program can do whatever and create and gather any information and do anything that you want it to do, let's take it to the dark world. So people have gotten the source code for these Chat GPT sites and turned these Chat GPT sites into fraud GPT sites. Now remember, the Matrix is a place where whenever we store our information on, save our debit cards or paying a bill or signing up for some type of program or signing up for some type of water bill, electric bill, or something like that, our information is now in the system, and that system is the Matrix. And the Matrix can be anywhere. Anybody can access the Matrix if they know what they're doing. And what people are doing now is, like I said, they're jailbreaking these Chat GPTs to now being fraud GPT sites. And since they are jailbroken, just like you can go on Chat GPT and say, create me a picture using this or create me a script using this information or create me do this and do that or asking questions, you can now do that on the dark web utilizing that information. And like I said, you can get any information that you want on a Chat GPT site. So just imagine the information and the knowledge that you get on a fraud GPT sites. There are fraud GPT sites out there that will basically eliminate all the hard work. What I mean by that is there are Chat GPT sites, fraud GPT sites out there that you will no longer that you don't need to go to this site and that site if you were a fraudster or a scammer or for the fraudsters or scammers or people who are on that world, they don't have to go find this site or that site. These GPT sites will now get the information that they want. So scammers are but remember, we store our information. We have wallets. We have all of these things that's stored in technology. And anytime we store anything in the phone or anywhere that's technology based, it's now in the matrix. It doesn't matter if it's on your phone or whatever. It's all that information is stored in the matrix. And if it's in the matrix, it's a great chance that that information could be leaked, compromised, and hacked. That's why there's so many compromises, leaks, and hacks that goes on in this world that allows hackers to have and steal information and sell it on the dark world and the dark web. This is what people are not understanding. There are so many people that are silly, slow, and simple-minded and sloppy that they don't understand the back end of what's going on with these methods. It's not just, oh, I'm gonna go buy a card off the dark web and go order something off eBay or Walmart and send it. No, it's deeper than that, and people don't understand that, and that's the problem. So there are sites on the dark web that's doing all the hard work for people, right? And it's a site on the dark web called the Reservoir Market. Now, the Reservoir Market, or dark web sites in general, are not www dot blah blah blah.com. No, dark websites are encrypted websites with dot onion at the end, and a lot of people don't understand that. Can't post dark websites on the regular ClearNet. It's banned. They don't let those type of sites be promoted or posted, and that's another reason why a lot of people have a hard time finding real dark websites because you can't really promote them. And a lot of people don't know what the dark web or dark world even is. They're still trying to figure out how do you get in it, what do you do, how do you do this, and how do you do that. A lot of people know nothing about VPNs, SOCs and proxies, HTTPs, DNSs, all of these different things, cookies, JavaScript, none of these different things that's doing different services that if you understood, it'll intrigue you. So there's a site on the dark web called the Reservoir Market. And on the Reservoir Market, it basically has different sites. It's like a hub for or umbrella for multiple other sites. And basically what this person did is they made this hub, like a hidden wiki site, and they created different sites to do different things, and they have a fraud GPT on there that will allow you to be able to get any information that you need without having to find different sites. Now, like I said, everybody want to find something for cheap. Everybody people basically want to get everything for free. People does not want to pay for anything nowadays. Like people will try to get everything for the cheapest as possible. Like people go in there looking for $25 cards, $10 cards. Like why would somebody even make it make sense? You should already know this. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it is. It's not what's going on. You probably gonna get scammed. And people are so cheap that they put themselves in a position to get scammed, which is a problem. And that's another problem. But the Reservoir Market will basically it allows you to do different glitches, different lows, different procedures with IBAN numbers, which is the virtual debit cards and credit cards. It basically has different things on it, right? So it's basically like going on the dark web, understanding VPNs, Tor browser, DuckDuckGo, all these different dark. So people, this is the one thing, right? So going on the dark web is not illegal, but once you start to try to do and buy things and see things that are illegal on there, that's when it's a problem. So people don't understand that going on the dark web is basically getting a VPN. Once you get your VPN, going through Tor browser, and once you get to Tor browser, having the link, the onion link to whatever site that you want to get to, and that's where you got to do your research or you would do whatever that you got to do to find that link. So that's all it is to get on the dark web. And there's different search platforms that you can go to just like Google, Yahoo. You can just type in something and websites will pop up. But understanding that this is the dark web, some of these sites might not be real. Some of these sites might be the police. So people got to understand their personnel, understand what's going on. But the Reservoir Network, right? So people go on the Reservoir Network and they get all these different options, financial services, drugs, etc., right? And you got a lot of kids that's on the dark web in today's world because they have been basically groomed onto the dark web. Kids on a daily basis play the game all day, every day. In these games, you gotta have different points to get different skins and do different things, and it costs. So these kids are on GTA servers, Call of Duty servers, 2K servers, all these different servers where you gotta have certain points to do certain things, and that costs. Once they run out, they're gonna ask their parents, can they get some money so they can get this and do this for Roblox, Minecraft, VC for 2K, Call of Duty skins, you name it, right? I'm working. So once that dries up, once the parents stop sending them money and things like that, giving them money for this, they're gonna still want it, and they're gonna figure out how to get it on their own. That's why a lot of kids start stealing. That's why a lot of kids start doing a lot of different things because they still want what they want, right? And now you got it where these kids are playing the game on these systems with adults, and these adults are on the dark web and on these sites, and they're now grooming and maturing and telling these kids how to get cars. They say, hey, you can go on this site and buy your own cars. You can go on this site and do this and do that. And these kids are still getting money from their parents. So what they're doing is they're saying, hey, can I get $20, $30? Getting the money, going to the dark web, getting the Bitcoin, and buying these different accounts and gift cards and things like that that's being brought on dark web. And now they know in their head where to go to get this. So every time they get some money, they're going to go there. And now they're going to figure out ways how to get their own money to get more. And that's how it starts, right? So reservoir marketing on dark web is basically a fraud GPT site that can, and with, to access the fraud part, because every fraud GPT site on the dark web is not just spectacular. Some of them might be able to do certain extravagant things like say type in give me 10 card numbers, give me 10 credit card numbers, give me information, a CPN that is created around this name and this birthday. Like it creates CPNs for you. It'll create do all these different things that you normally got to go to a site and buy or have somebody do for you. It's eliminating all the hard part and doing it for you. That's what technology is now coming to. That's what it's doing. And people are not understanding this. So the reservoir market, a lot of people have made millions off of this site already. It has over 10 million hits, been up for over almost 2 years now. And I've heard a lot of people in forums talk about the reservoir market. I heard a lot of people on the outside world talk about the reservoir market and how easy it was for them to do this and do that, and how much they made doing this and doing that. Because like I said, there's so many different things on that app, on that site, that everybody isn't meant to do the same thing. Everybody isn't going to be interested in doing the same thing. It's all about what, damn, bitch, get off my dick. It's all about what interests you. Like everybody, like people like, what's the wave? That's the problem. Everybody is stop being a follower in this world. You cannot be a follower in this world, because being a follower in this world will have you missing out on other information, missing out on other things that's going on, instead of doing what everybody else is doing, that's gonna get burnt up. So the reservoir market is more of a credit card, a market that has different glitches on there, different chat GPTs, strong GPTs that you have to pay. It's not gonna be cheap. That's the problem. People be cheap, don't be having money. They don't want to, you know what I'm saying, fit in, get in where they fit in, and they miss out on different things. That's nothing, has nothing to do with me. That's on them. Um, Cards, if you name it, that reservoir market is a place where it goes down. All right, so getting a strong VPN, NordVPN, premium NordVPN. Once you get that, getting a strong socks and proxies, understanding that socks and proxy is based off your location. You cannot just go get a socks and proxy, so it's not just typing in socks and proxies and buying the first one that pops up. The first one that normally pops up is Oxy Labs, and that's what normally people buy, and then it doesn't work for them. When it comes to socks and proxies, you have to find the one that works for your area. It works off IP addresses, so understanding that. Understanding that you also have to have the right addresses. A lot of people sell fake addresses out here, onion addresses out here, so have the right address, and a lot of things can possibly happen, right? So the dark web is real. The dark web is elevating. The dark web is growing. Money is being made, and people are becoming millionaires, right? So it's a million different other YouTube channels out there, but y'all decided to be there with me. So like I tell y'all every time, I'll see you at the next method. I'll see you at the next lesson. I'll see you at the next live. Let's get some money. Peace.